Hello there, Internet. Steve from the Adventurers Guild here with some interesting information. So there is a movie being filmed in my hometown of Vineland, New Jersey, starring Mark Hamill and Sean Astin. It's called The Retaliators, and evidently it's filming today. So the plot of the movie revolves around a man who tries to find justice for people by capturing a suspected criminal, at least according to the plot synopsis I was able to find online. So two of the places that are being filmed here in town are Jampetro Park, which is a nearby park, and then in the neighboring town, a place called the Palace of Depression. And I was driving by the park today, and they have some set pieces out with a camera rig and some various other stuff, and I was able to get some pictures and video. So let's go ahead and take a look at those real quick. So here we are on the side of the lake here, and then approaching from the right-hand side on the camera, moving its way towards the middle, is a car that has been cut cleanly down the center. And then we're passing a road here that has a camera rig on it, or a moving camera rig of some sort. And then here's a close-up of the same car, just zoomed in a little bit with a still shot. So it's interesting. The car is obviously cut, clean through down the middle. It looks like a Mercedes, I believe. So evidently they're filming some kind of a stunt here, or that's some kind of an important set piece to whatever's happening here in this particular scene. I have no idea what that might involve, obviously, because the plot details are obviously more or less non-existent at this point. But it's pretty interesting to see a random car on the side of the lake that's cut in half. It, I guess, involves the water in some manner, or else why would they put the car by the lake? Why not just keep it on the street there? So maybe the car goes in the lake in the stunt or something along those lines, or maybe the car is already in the water during the scene that they're filming. But from the information I can gather, this particular location does involve a stunt of some sort, so it must involve that car. And then that vehicle there, I believe, is set up for a moving camera rig. It's really hard to tell from this distance, but I think it's like an all-terrain type of, beefed up golf cart that has a mount for a camera in the back. So if I'm right on that, and I very well may not be, but if I am right, the action scene must involve some kind of a moving camera. So this last picture is interesting for only one reason, and that is right there. And it's interesting because that tent is part of the production, but the location of it is very interesting. It's actually, if you look right behind it, there's a large kind of semi-enclosed roof, and that's actually a stage where a couple of times a year some bands will play, and there's a bunch of seats there to listen to musical acts perform at the park. But why it's interesting is because that tent is at minimum several hundred yards, if not significantly farther away from the lake and where that car was located. So it looks like a craft services tent or some kind of a utility tent. It's important to the production for some reason. But due to its location in the park and it being so far away from the lake and that car, I'm guessing that the stage is going to play some role in the movie. I mean, why shoot the scene where they're shooting it to begin with? There's lakes, all over the place in New Jersey that they could have picked to film at. So why this one? This is really the only one that I can think of that has a stage like that. So maybe it is involved in some manner. That would make sense why the tent is so close to it. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of our content, we play and talk about all sorts of games, from arcades to Nintendo, Xbox, and everything in between. We also ramble about sci-fi, make comedy sketches, and lots of other nerdy stuff. If that's something you're into, give this video a like, subscribe, and ring that bell for future content. My name's Steve, this has been a breaking news story from the Adventurers Guild, and I'll see you next time.